What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, it's Crabbin, it's the great Corbeano, and we're back with another video. If you're noticing why this video looks different, I'm not using my normal webcam that I use for face cam stuff. I'm using my actual camera today. First time I've ever actually used my camera on my YouTube channel. So yeah, hopefully it looks crisp. All right, y'all, let's be honest about Knives Out. And this review is not gonna have any spoilers in it at all. I'm not gonna ruin the movie for you guys. I don't wanna do that.
First impressions.
So my first impressions of this movie. So I saw the trailers a while ago, and I will be honest, I thought it looked pretty interesting. I was like, this is kind of cool. I like mystery stuff. I like whodunits. However, I'm not a huge fan of Rian Johnson. He's okay. I don't hate the guy. I'm not gonna fucking send him death threats because The Last Jedi was not a good movie, in my opinion. Not gonna send the dude death threats and all this shit like people did. I think that's way out of line. Rian Johnson directed a couple episodes of Breaking Bad, and he also, I think, wrote and directed that one movie. What is it? Looper, I think. Okay, yeah, so I looked it up. Yeah, Rian Johnson wrote and directed the film Looper with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis. By the way, if you haven't seen that movie, it's a pretty fucking good movie. So yeah, and then after The Last Jedi, I kind of lost some faith in him because I'm not gonna dive into it here, like everything about The Last Jedi. I am gonna compare the two movies in a couple ways, but I did not like The Last Jedi. I really did not like that movie. So I was kind of a little bit hesitant. However, I saw it on Black Friday with my wife's family, and it's a pretty fucking good movie, dude.
Let's talk about the story.
So for those of you guys that don't really know much about the story, to sum it up very, very quickly, again, no spoilers, just the rough synopsis is that an 85-year-old, what is he, a crime novelist, he dies on his 85th birthday, and there is it looks like a suicide, but people are suspecting it's a murder. So you have all these different members of the family, and they all kind of have their beef with their father, or the patriarch of the family, which is, his name is, what's his name again? Is it I think it's Harlan Thrombey. Harlan Thrombey. His name is actually Harlan Thornberry. Smashing! So each member of the family kind of has their beef with Harlan, and it goes through the different characters and is trying to kind of unpack their motives as to what could have happened and who could have done this deed. And I will say about this story is that it definitely doesn't go the direction you think it will go. I thought this movie was gonna go the route and just be like, oh, we're just gonna fuck around for 2 hours and 10 minutes and figure out who was the killer or whatever. That is not what this movie does. It takes a couple unexpected twists and turns for sure. This was not a predictable movie at all. It definitely kept me guessing, for sure. Now, if you're slow with catching on to certain things in movies, sometimes I can be a little slow with movies. So you may get a little bit of whiplash. I mean, I understood what happened. There were a couple times where I was like, wait, hold on, what the fuck? Wait, what just happened? And I like had to take a second to process it because I'm a little slow. But some of you guys may get a little bit of whiplash, but I assume most of you guys are smarter than I am. So there are a lot of twists and turns, but they all make sense in my opinion. It's nothing too outlandish. It's nothing too crazy. For the most part, this movie was pretty well paced. Again, it was like, I think 2 hours and 10 minutes, but it didn't feel super, super long. I mean, this is not, believe me, this is not an action-packed movie. If you're expecting some sort of like murder mystery, like espionage thing where people are like fucking shooting each other and shit, that's not this movie. It's very story-driven and character-driven, which I'll dive into in a sec. And not only was the story good, but the thing that made this movie great was that it was so fucking funny. This movie was fucking hilarious. And the reason it's so funny is because of this. Let's dive into the next section, which is characters. The characters in this movie are the best part of the whole fucking film. Again, the story is great, but I mean, you gotta have good actors to pull it off. That's the thing. And these actors are fucking amazing. So it's got an A-list lineup of a lot of insane actors. Everyone, you can tell that this cast had so much fun filming this movie. I saw a tweet on Twitter, and I don't know if I'm gonna pull it up on screen or anything, but I found this tweet that said, found it. I make it look like I'm like going on a fucking treasure hunt. I saw this tweet on my timeline that said, if you just want to sit back and watch actors have an amazing time filming a movie and have so much fun just working together, go watch Knives Out. And that is the perfect description of how these actors perform in this movie. So one of the biggest standout actors in this movie, I mean, they're all great, but like, it was so funny to see Daniel Craig play such a goofball. because I didn't get that vibe from the trailers, but Daniel Craig plays the lead detective in this movie, and he is so fucking hilarious. He's got the Southern accent down. He's got this charm about him. It's just, he is so much fucking fun to watch, and he's so different than any other character I've seen him play, especially James Bond. Chris Evans, fantastic. He's such a good actor. We're so used to seeing him play the good boy Captain America, and in this movie, he's just a fucking little spoiled shithead, and he plays it so well. And then Michael Shannon, he's the other standout actor that I wanted to mention. He does an amazing job as well. He's so fucking funny, and he's such a good actor. And I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole too much, but I will say that this movie worked. Its humor worked better than The Last Jedi. One of the biggest reasons I don't think the humor really worked in The Last Jedi, for me at least, is because it's a Star Wars film. Star Wars films are not like inherently funny movies. Not that they take themselves too seriously, but like Star Wars has never been about like stupid quips and Marvel humor or whatever. Anyways, I thought the jokes landed, and I thought the humor worked a lot better in this movie than The Last Jedi. So obviously this movie came out on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, where you have to see a bunch of family members, and it's always been this sort of trope and this meme and this joke that you have to deal with political talk at family gatherings during the holidays, and this movie actually touches upon that. You have a scene where these two characters are kind of going back and forth about, like, again, they don't name drop Donald Trump or anything like that, but it's clear who they're talking about. It's clear what they're talking about. They're like talking about kids at the border, and you have one person that's saying like, oh my God, you know, they're escaping terrible environments in their home country. They're coming over here. This asshole is putting them in cages. And you have the other person saying they shouldn't have come over here illegally. And anyways, it's just kind of this fun back and forth. And I'm like, oh my God, I have literally like had these conversations with people, even with family members, and seen it firsthand. So it's very, very relevant to our culture today, but it doesn't take a stance either way. It's not, the conversation doesn't swing to the right. It doesn't swing to the left. It's not too conservative. It's not too liberal. It's just kind of this nice joke, just poking fun at the fact that families, whenever they're together, they are inevitably going to fight about politics. So I thought that was a really funny moment. So good on you, Rian Johnson. Keep making funny movies and funny characters like this. Just keep them out of Star Wars, dude. Let Star Wars be Star Wars. You don't have to throw all these Marvel-esque jokes in there, dog. Just leave it alone. Also, little shameless plug real quick. If you guys are wondering what this shirt is, this is actually for the, I don't know if you can see at the bottom, it's for the 48-hour film project. It's basically a competition where you make a movie within 48 hours. So the movie that I made for the 48-hour film project, it actually won 5 awards. Including second place best film. So I'm really, really proud of this movie, and I'm proud of the team that worked on it. So if you guys could do me a huge favor and check it out, that would mean the world to me. I will leave a link to it. I'm gonna leave a little card at the top of the screen right now. You guys can click if you want to watch the movie. There'll also be a link in the description and maybe at the end of the video. And yeah, shameless plug. That's what this shirt's from, in case you're wondering. Please go watch my movies. But enough about that. Let's get back into the review. Visuals and soundtrack. Not a whole lot to say here other than that they're both great. This movie was well shot. Cinematography was solid. And the soundtrack was great. It fit perfectly. And it was a character in itself, honestly. Yes, I mean, that's really, yeah. It's fucking good. I don't really have much to say about that. Let's wrap this up in closing. So here's the question. Should you see this movie in theaters? If it's still in theaters by the time you're watching it, should you rent it? Should you buy it? If it's in theaters right now, by the time you're watching this video, go see it. Grab a couple friends, grab some family members, get a group of people to watch it together, because I feel like these murder mystery movies are a lot more fun with more people. And honestly, I don't say this about a lot of movies, but I think I'd probably buy this. I don't know, I might pick this up on Blu-ray when it comes out. It's pretty damn good. It's very, very good. 8.5 out of 10. This is a good movie. It is worth your time. If you cannot afford to go see it right now in theaters, then just rent it for a few bucks when it comes out in a couple months. Whatever you do, don't pirate it. People work hard to make these fucking movies for you little shitheads. So yeah, don't pirate it. Go pay to see it. Whether it's $3 rental, $11 in the movie theater, pay to see this movie. It's a good time, and you will not regret it for sure. All right, guys, gonna leave 2 links on the screen for you. You guys can watch more movie reviews, or you can watch some of my gaming videos or something. I'm gonna leave some links on the screen so you guys can continue watching my videos. If you like this review, and if you like this style of reviews, and if you like the way that I shot this with my camera for a change, leave a like on the video, or if you didn't like it, leave a dislike. I don't give a shit. Just do it, dude. Who cares? But let me know what you guys thought of Knives Out. Did you like the movie? Did you not like it? With that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. I super appreciate it. Said that like an idiot. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye, everybody.